All right, all right, all right. Hello, everyone. It doesn't look like we have that many people here as for right now, but regardless, it's a pretty cool Saturday right now. Currently broadcasting from good old New York City. Bit of a rainy day today. Lots of clouds. Yeah, that's just about it. Right, I think it's important that we acknowledge a few things for today. So, firstly, I think it's important that we talk a bit about Heavy in terms of, having him be a class in TF2. The Heavy community recently has been very, wouldn't say marginalized, but although for the lack of a better term, I say marginalized. There are people that come, people that go. But of course, it's important to know that they have made their lasting mark on Heavy as a class. One of the people that we are interviewing, as for right now, is someone like no other. This is someone who's known throughout various Heavy communities, and someone who is not really any John, but just John, as I like to call him. Welcome into the Heavy Hour podcast, Just John.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah. So let's start off. Tell us a bit about yourself. I know this was a bit of a small introduction.
Yeah, it's fine. Hello, my name is JustJohn. I have been playing TF2 for about 8 years, eight and a half. I'm known mainly in the Jarukas server or the Heavy Warrior server. I like playing Heavy. He was my first character I ever played. I enjoy the game quite much. I don't play it that much anymore, but I like to play.
All right. That's a good little introduction we got. So let's get right into it. So how many hours do you have on Heavy, and how long have you played the Heavy class?
I've had 830 hours on Heavy, and the longest that I've played him was just my whole TF2 career. I mean, I've played demo or engineer on the side, but I've only played Heavy mainly.
All right. And you've been playing this since you started TF2, I presume.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your ideal weapon loadout for Heavy?
I've had this as my main loadout since I did switch a little bit, but my main loadout was the stock, sandwich, and running grew.
Okay. Um, what is your highest kill streak and average amount of kills per game with or without medic, if you can recall?
My highest kill streak without medic was 30, and my highest kill streak with medic was 42.
Ooh.
And I average game with medic just KD 32 to 10, or with medic 52 to like 4.
Hmm. Well then, that's quite an impressive KD ratio. Um, okay, so that's about it with the starter questions. So I want you to talk a bit about in detail now. Why do you choose to play Heavy? And throughout your career playing Heavy, have you ever had any regrets? Try to elaborate just a bit. If it's a bit too personal, there's no need to elaborate too much. If it's just a bit personal.
Um, when I first started playing, it was back in 2013 with my cousin, and he asked me to play TF2, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll play. So I hopped on his computer and I played a little bit, and Heavy was the first one I picked because in games, I like to play the big, body characters because I feel like a unit, and that's what I did. And if I had any regrets, it'd only be that I wish I could play more valuable player or characters like Demo Man or Scout or Soldier a little bit more seriously.
Hmm. Okay. What do you think can be changed about Heavy?
Nothing besides the cosmetics. I feel like Heavy has been only having all class cosmetics, and I feel like he needs more cosmetics.
Hmm. Are there any ideas that you would like to recommend? Are there any specific workshop links you want me to show on stream to my audience, or should I say lack of?
Um, not any particular, but just from my old man memory, he just needs more cosmetics.
Okay. All right. What are some tidbits of advice that you want to give to those that are struggling or new to Heavy? Any maps, any strategies, just overall tips and tricks that you would recommend for
I
future Heavy
would
players?
I would say stick with your team. That's the most ideal one. If you want to start playing heavy, probably start only playing payload because that's where I got most of my skill from. Was just playing only payload with a couple of my friends for the past 8 or 7 years, and just you gotta play the game to know how to play.
Um, there, are there any specific tricks that you would recommend, or just
Most of my skill just came from playing the game and just knowing the maps.
hmm?
But
Okay.
I don't. That's all I did really was just look up tutorials on videos or just sit there, have a mentor, walk me through some maps,
Hmm. All right.
and just
Okay. A bit general, but I would say that my audience would definitely take those to heart. All right. This was a bit of a quick interview, but I think that's all right. Uh, of course, let's close out the interview. Thank you so much for being here. I want to close out by asking a couple questions. What's the best music genre to listen to when you were stomping or while stomping?
I listen to rat noises.
Rat noises? Can,
Rat, like little critters.
what? Jeez, okay. Any specific rat noises? Are there any specific tracks you would recommend?
On YouTube, I listen to rat noises 10 hours long.
Huh. That's very vague. You know what? Sure, I'll take it. And of
And
course, I'll let you finish. I'm sorry.
uh, what else? Always wear the rat stompers. Rat stompers are the only good cosmetic.
True that. Uh, and of course, to close out the interview, I should probably ask the question that has been boggling Heavy Main's minds for all eternity: Tommy Slav versus the stock minigun.
Stock because I'm not a pussy.
Dang, you really have that aura coming for you. All right. Well, I guess that just about wraps up the interview. It was a bit quick, but it's fine. Some people usually,
Maybe we could add more questions.
perhaps in my future episodes, if I can think of any, I was definitely recommended these questions by many people who were talking to me before. But once again, this was a bit of a quick interview. Thanks for coming. I I'd like to apologize once again if this was, a bit of a quick one.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, I was gonna do something either way. I'd probably do some homework and stuff, do some real life things.
All right. But yeah, thanks for
Thank you for having me on the show.
yeah, no worries, man. You were definitely recommended by a lot of people, including some of our previous guests. But yeah, no, thanks for coming around, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this was Just John. This is